The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Dobbins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read. It almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Fourth down, here's Jackson on the move to his left. He's got his man, it's Andrews.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown!
Devin Duvernay.
46 yards.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal fourth down stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow him to run with him stride for stride.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Now Jackson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing, Jackson.
Rolling to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. They'll try the right side with Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back in his own 3-yard line. Chargers.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's time to dance, and we are underway in Southern California. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Higgins, what a catch.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 22.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back to Mixon on first down.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
From 21 yards away.
And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
DeAndre Carter on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They started on the ground with Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Steps away. Going deep here for Allen. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 35 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Running the jet sweep here for Palmer.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Palmer.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they need. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Gerald Everett from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Powering forward. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
126 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mixon will try the right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Mixon.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There's the stiff arm. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get...
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a give running left is Eckler down to about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He'll find Everett there, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Herbert back to the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Now the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Burrow now off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. I've got the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle.
There he goes, right side. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's Eckler again.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give, Eckler running to the right.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On the give, this is Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Short kick. One of the up middle taken now.
Ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. How you get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas. The freeway picked up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower, moisturizer, and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
Hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
And the Chargers are first down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
A handoff, it's Eckler. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Chargers 9.
first and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Eckler. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Eckler again. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Tackle made by Eric Rowe. No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 4 brings up third and 4.
Here's Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on third and 4.
And the Chargers first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 38 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure if that doesn't happen to your team again, they've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On second down, Mostert.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third down, here comes Mostert.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this returnable for Hill.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
They'll run right side with Mostert. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Let's go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Bears are going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. When you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench, but this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
He's got Austin Eckler on the slant. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Keon Crossan.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
from the 29. Tua. They complete it to him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They hand it off to Mostert. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Tua. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. give running left is Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Eckler, they run left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one's not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. That second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track hall with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, I ain't know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm telling my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where feeling safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy. I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor to cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking banks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the Ram. My dog just called, say he finna touch down. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears. But I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me, it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself, got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, that mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards. Right at the 20.
Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Mixon. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Did you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll give it to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
I'm ready.
They'll run it with P-Ryan, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 15.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's third down.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
21. 13. I got it.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one. McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Go ahead.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, gun. 2.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Mixon. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
85 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue.
Here we go.
And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
11.
On second and 12, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Burrow now off the bootleg, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon,
and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded at about the 28.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
Touchdown 49ers.
Deebo Samuel,
52 yards.
And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On one, right?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon, finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 99 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace.
Here we go.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
P-Ryan, draw play. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 13-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Mixon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Mixon again.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On one, ready?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Samaje Perine, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
11 yards there, just like last play. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
21. Go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Daxton Hill picks it off. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Here we go.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he's got, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Samaje Pirine, 44 yards. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action, Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? The game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is going to be 49er football.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.